Oh, my friend, how I've missed you.
Hello and what is up, Funko and nerd friends? It is your boy, the Bearded Padawan. And after having some time off, due to some sinus congestion and my trip out to Maryland and being exhausted, I am finally back with the regularly scheduled broadcast. So, Mom and I went up to Mansfield to meet up with my aunt and uncle today because they're giving us a whole bunch of stuff that we're gonna put in our next yard sale. I had some leftover cash from our Maryland trip and a couple coupons I needed to use, so I went hunting today. Now, there were some pops that I got while I was out in Maryland, just because of how long of a video this is already going to be. I'm not going to include those, but if you must know, I moved my pop shelf of non-Star Wars stuff over here for reference. I picked up from Jurassic Park Dr. Ian Malcolm, a Velociraptor, and a Tyrannosaurus Rex. You can't see it because it's off screen, but I also have the Emerald City Comic Con Padme, because I have my sequel pops right over there on a shelf. And I also managed to score the Infinity War variant of Groot with his little rifle. So really stoked to have those in on the collection. There is some Infinity War stuff I have to show you today, so let's dive right on in. So first up, I went into the mall to Hot Topic while my mom was catching up with my aunt and stuff. They had their 3 for $27 deal going on, and I had a $5 off coupon to use, so naturally I'm going to do that. As I mentioned, when I was in Maryland, I picked up some Jurassic Park pops, so the first pick that I made for my 3 for $27 was the one and only Dr. Alan Grant from Jurassic Park, played by Sam Neill. This figure just looks fantastic. He's holding a raptor claw. Really stoked I got this to go along with my T-Rex and Raptor. It was a really tough choice. They did have Dennis Nedry and John Hammond there, but the only John Hammond they had kind of had a meh paint job. So I do plan on picking up those two, as well as the, I'm going to try and say this right, Dilophosaurus. I'm going to try and pick that guy up at some point too. If you live under a rock, we're getting the next Jurassic World movie this June. But this is celebrating the 25th anniversary of this movie, and it's wild that this has been out as long as I've been alive. So, Jurassic Park, much like Star Wars, holds a very special place in my heart. I grew up with these movies, was absolutely terrified of the Raptors and the T-Rex in the first one. I remember one of the first movies I went and saw in theaters when I got over my phobia of going to the theaters. That's a story for another time. Was Jurassic World, and I absolutely loved it. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are both fantastic. I can't wait for Fallen Kingdom. So yeah, this is a really cool addition. So next up, I've got some Marvel stuff for you. One of them is Infinity War, and the other one is just Marvel Gamerverse, or whatever it is. Let's go ahead and dive right into what we got. So for my second pick, they only had one of these in store. So I got the Hot Topic exclusive Vision. He just looks absolutely fantastic. He's got a really cool pose. Not entirely sure how he's supposed to stand up on his own. I'll probably figure that out once I unbox this for the glam shot. But the paint job is just incredible. The metallic colors just mesh really well. I remember watching Age of Ultron and seeing him come into existence, so I'm very excited to see Infinity War here. Next month, actually, end of next month, they bumped up the release date. So if all goes to plan, my drummer Jeremiah and I are going to go to the premiere of this. Absolutely stoked to see this, because as you know, I've become a huge Marvel fan over the past year or so. So that's a really cool find. And lastly, to round out my 3 for $27, I got the Gamerverse Hot Topic exclusive glow-in-the-dark Civil Warrior. The paint job on this just looks, again, incredible. Funko always kills it with the paint jobs. His colors are a little bit different than the standard. As you can see, he normally has blue and red, but this guy's got gold and green. So we'll see. I'm going to try and do the glam shot and do a manual focus on him glowing in the dark, but even on his own, he looks absolutely incredible. So it was really nice picking up another Gamerverse. As you saw in the last one, I did pick up King Groot. So for a pick 3 for $27, and then getting $5 off, this was an incredible grab. Extremely stoked the girl at Hot Topic convinced me to buy one of these tote bags, which goes to support, their charity thing for a music program. So this is a really handy way to, like, if you know you're going in specifically to shop for pops, these things hold pops perfectly. I can fit like 6 standard ones in here, which is what I'm pulling them all out of now. So it was like $1 extra to round it off. So like all in all, with what I picked up plus the bag, it was a very good haul at Hot Topic, and I'm very excited on that. So next up, my mom and I decided to go to Barnes & Noble because it was on the way to Target and Bed Bath & Beyond. Or was it Bath & Body Works? Yankee Candle? Something? Squash? Falafel? I don't know. Anyways, it was some store where they had like a portable dog pen that you could like set up and put your dog in, so if you're traveling. And we need one for Kiki because that poor dog cannot be away from my mother more than a night or she gets hysterical. So that way we can take her on trips with us in the future. Anyways, we're getting off topic here. So we stopped at Barnes & Noble. Right off the bat, I walked straight in, and as you know, I picked up my San Diego Comic-Con stuff from... Where are they at? Right behind me. No, over here. Rogue One. Fall convention stuff like the White Death Star droid, K2SO with his blaster Jyn Erso and stuff. So, this Barnes & Noble has proved to be very helpful in the past. The employees are extremely nice. They were extremely nice today. The first thing I found right off the bat, which I was super stoked on to find, and at a very good price, was the $2.94 Avengers Infinity War Hulkbuster pop. It's a giant 6-inch pop. This thing is really heavy. They had 2 in, and this one obviously had the best box, best paint job. I told myself I wasn't going to go all out on the Infinity War pops, and I definitely am not. Realistically, I might pick up Thanos and Thor, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain America. Not too set on all the various exclusives and the villains, but it'd be nice to get like the core Avengers and stuff. And for Wave 1, I couldn't say no to the Hulkbuster. It looks sick. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It looks really sick. Plus, if someone breaks in your house at night, you can just bust them in the head with the Hulkbuster. Okay, moving right along. So naturally, with my affinity for Groot and Guardians of the Galaxy, I had to pick up another Guardians of the Galaxy 2 pop, and they just so happen to have Mantis. I absolutely love Guardians of the Galaxy 2 because of the characters, the storyline, the music. If I'm being honest right now, easily one of my top 3 celeb crushes is the actress that plays Mantis. She's been in a couple other films I can't remember off the top of my head, but if you go on Wikipedia or IMDb, you can look that up. But this is a really cool figure. I've been trying to collect some of the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 characters that I've been wanting. I've picked up Groot, Mantis, some of Star-Lord. I really want to try and find a Gamora pop soon, maybe even Drax, but we'll see what the future holds. But this was a really good pickup. Great condition, really cheap too, which was nice. Last but not least, they had a $2 clearance bin at Barnes & Noble, and my mom loves to ravage through those strictly because of all the books that are on sale. She got some like medical nutritional book that was originally like $50 for $2, which was wild, but they had a couple of imported items that were a little bit more expensive. So I picked up this import from Banpresto of a little Dragon Ball Z figure of Piccolo. I'll go ahead and unbox it for the glam shot to like show it better and talk about it. The 6 characters that they do have are Goku, Piccolo, Vegeta, Raditz, Frieza, and Ginyu. They had one of Piccolo for $2, so I figured what the heck. It'll be a nice addition to the Dragon Ball Z stuff, so I picked them up. And he comes on this little stand with a peg so you can put him on, and it looks like he's floating, as you can see. But it's just a really nifty little thing. It always bums me out when I see the imported stuff like this is normally $15, but when it's in the $2 clearance bin, kind of hard to say no to that. So overall, it was a really, really great Barnes & Noble haul. So before Mom and I began our trek home, we decided to stop at Kohls because she had some coupons and stuff, as always. And you remember that I got that Justice League version of Batman at that same Kohls with a discount for around $4. Well, I topped that today. So in the random toys that they had the Justice League variant of Superman. This retails at Kohls for $11. It was marked down to $9.89 because of a 10% off discount, and my mom also had a coupon for $8 off a purchase. I picked up this pop for less than $2. Now, say what you will about the Justice League, but it's kind of hard to hate on Superman or Batman. Get out of here with your nonsense. For what it was a cool movie. No negativity in the comments. If you don't like it, that's fine. Keep it to yourself. So lastly, my mom wanted to go into the dress shop called Cato's. I decided to go in Walmart, and I found one last thing for our venture. I found the new Walmart exclusive blood bag, which is, it's basically Max with his shotgun that he has, the chain that was connected to the car, that was taking out his blood and putting it into Nux so he could recover. It was kind of hard to pass this up. Just a really great pop to go with the Max one. Really excited to see what they do with the future of this franchise. Tom Hardy was just fantastic. Loved it. The music, the story was all great. So as you can see, I've had a pretty wild haul today. It feels great being back in the flow of things. You know, I'm still exhausted, but I can manage to sit and film for a while and then rest if I need to. So that is it for this week. I do have a pop from Emerald City Comic Con that will be coming in the mail. I'll probably do a side video for that later this week. If you like what you saw in this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so already, and we'll see you right back here next time. I'm the Bearded Padawan, and may the Force be with you.